All right, Thursday evening yoga. Gonna give a couple little beats here to let anyone jump on that's gonna be joining tonight. Plan for this evening is going to be upper body, neck, shoulders, arms, wrists, and some chest work. So it's gonna be a really gentle, some floor work, mostly floor work. Not a whole lot of standing. Just to be super real, my feet kind of hurt from standing all day. And so I like to do a lot of my work from the floor. But I also like that it's a really great place for anyone who is newer or has any limitations in their body to be able to get started and still continue to play and open up the way that they need to. So if you're just jumping in, we're going to be doing upper body stretching work tonight. And if you have a chair, please grab it because I have a feeling by the end of the practice, I've got something I want to incorporate in. So something similar to this over here, so you can put your feet up on or sit on. If there's armrests on it, no big deal. That's cool too. Or even a couch or a piece of furniture you have nearby will work as well. Hi there, welcome, welcome. Okay, so every practice begins with breath work to allow you to sink into the space and get grounded in what you are going to be exploring this evening in your body, in your mind, and in your spirit. And we will do that in order to let anything that happened or came up for you today to just kind of pause, melt away, and really allow you to come into your practice in a different way. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat on the mat. And we will begin to work into our breath work, which will carry throughout our practice this evening. And then we'll move into our practice and open up neck, shoulders, arms, wrists, and chest. Okay, I'll meet you on the mat. Once you're in your comfortable seat, allow yourself to elongate up through your spine. Let your hands gently rest on your knees. Palms can be up or down. All you need to do right now is watch your breath. Inhale and exhaling. Follow the air as it enters your nostrils, where it goes in your body, where it stops in your body, and then empty it back out, exhale. So on your regular breath, just keep inhaling and exhaling as you're watching your breath come in and out. If it's a little bit easier for you to focus on your breath and watch it, you can close your eyes, if that helps. Sometimes that creates a little bit more of an internal space. So if you'd like to let your eyes fall to a close and watch your breath, go right ahead. As you're breathing, pay attention to how your breath feels, what kind of texture it has. If it's getting stuck anywhere in your body. I know sometimes when I'm breathing in and out, I notice that like I can't get past a certain rib, or like I'm breathing really shallow and it's in my chest and I couldn't imagine getting my breath to go anywhere else other than the usual breath. So just watch what's happening. And as you're breathing, let your mind come to a pause on anything else that is coming up for you. So to-do lists, things you have to do later, things you have to do tomorrow, things that happened today, what's for dinner, what kind of shows are you going to watch after this? Like just let your mind come to a pause and really just focus on the in-breath and the out-breath. On your inhales, really allow yourself to create space inside. And then your exhales, let yourself sink into your mat a little deeper. Feel really grounded, really rooted, maybe even kind of heavy in your hips. So if someone tried to pick you up off the mat, they wouldn't be able to. going to begin to deepen our breath and work into belly breathing, bringing one hand to your belly. On your inhale, your hand rises as your belly inflates like a balloon. As you exhale, your hand falls back towards your spine as you draw your belly button in and up. Maybe you part your lips and have a sigh at the end of your breath, an HA sound. Inhale, hand rises. Exhale, hand falls. Inhale, belly rises. Continue taking long, slow inhales and exhales, allowing yourself to fill up a little bit more with every single inhale and empty out that same length on your exhale every time you let the air back out. So maybe you start with 3 counts in, 3 counts out, then try 4 counts in and 4 counts out, and then keep progressing as you are able to take in more air. A lot of this practice is about creating space in our body and our muscles so that wherever we are getting stuck, we're able to push into a new layer, and I mean gently push, into different layers that are ready to be unfolded, seen, released, surrendered, let go. There's lots of different ways that it will happen in everybody's body differently. So just allow your breath and your body to become friends so you can explore what it wants to look like for you. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale. Exhale. If you'd like to add a pause at the top and the bottom of your breath, you can go ahead and inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pausing at the bottom. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. You can continue to keep the pause if you'd like, or you can just take your long inhales and your long exhales. That's up to you. It's nice to add the pause in every once in a while just to do a mental check of what happens when we pause or restrict or stop our flow of air. The mind can sometimes go into a little bit of a scarcity. Sometimes it really relaxes and is like, wow, what's this really amazing quiet space that I'm in? So really just kind of see what that pause is for you and what happens internally when you add it, when you take the time to go on to the next and see what takes over from there. Let's take a couple more inhales and a couple more exhales together. Whether you're adding the pause in or not, that's up to you. This is your way to practice your breath. Breath is one of our anchor points, one of our centering or grounding tools that we'll use throughout our practice, and that you can also use off of your mat in your life. I dare you to try breathing when a situation arises the next time that it does. And maybe that's this evening when you're at home, and maybe it's at work, and maybe it's a week from now. But just maybe try using this anchoring breath, belly breathing, the next time you have a situation arise that you want to come back inside, and see how you can transition through that event a little differently. On your inhale, your belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Seeing if you can hear your heartbeat Maybe you can feel your heartbeat jumping underneath your chest. Bringing both hands back to your knee, return to normal breathing. A little area of reflection here. Notice how you entered into your practice today and how you feel now. So in this short 10 minutes of breathing, what has changed or come up for you? And just take note of how you're feeling. From here, we'll go ahead and set an intention for our practice this evening of what brings you to your mat tonight. Intentions are another really great way to anchor in, to keep coming back to the thing that we want to be doing, or that we think we should be doing, or that we know we need to be doing. So if you're setting an intention, this can be the thing that gets you to come back to the practice of tonight. In this case, it's yoga, stretching. So notice how you feel. Pick an intention for yourself this evening. And then just for fun, think of one or more things that you're grateful for today. And let it make your heart smile, knowing all of the things that you are truly blessed with, even when times are tough and hard. There's so many great things around us, great people, great situations, much to be grateful for. All right, moving into our seated warm-up, let's go ahead and play today's neck, shoulders, arms, wrists, and some chest. If you weren't here at the beginning of practice, have a piece of furniture, such as a chair or an ottoman or a couch or something for a little bit later in the practice that we'll be using to do some different movements. I want to give you guys some things to do off of the mat, just for some variety today. You can also use a wall for some of these things. So go ahead and make sure you're thinking of where you can go when we do these different moves today. So seated warm-up, let's go ahead and reach all the way up, both arms tall, lengthening through your spine. Right hand comes down to right side. Left arm reaches up and over, taking us into our side body stretch. Keep a bend in your right elbow. Push your left rib cage out to the left-hand side and reach up and over a little further with your left fingertips. If you've lost your belly breath already, return to inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly fall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach a bit further. Inhale. Exhale. Let your inhale bring both arms back tall. Opposite side, left hand down, right arm reaches up, and taking it over to the left hand side. Bringing the air back down into your belly. Inhale, let it rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach a bit further. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching tall to the center. Moving into a side twist. Left hand comes to your right knee. Right hand behind. Inhale, lengthen tall through your spine, sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, twisting from your belly button, take it over your right shoulder. Just to check how you're doing with that belly button twist, go ahead and bring your arms up and out and see if you stay there or if you unwind. Chances are you will not unwind, because that would be kind of crazy. Don't even know if that's humanly possible. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more in, one more out. Inhale, hands tall to the center, opposite side, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. On your inhale, rise up through your spine. Exhale, looking out over your left shoulder, take your twist from your belly button and breathe back into your belly. Creating as much space as you can. And when you empty your air all the way out, maybe you twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. One more in, one more out. Bringing it back to the center, arms come all the way up, reaching just a little taller now because we've got some more mobility in our spine. Exhale, float your hands down to the floor. Letting yourself bend forward as far as your body allows, keeping in mind that it doesn't matter how far you go, it matters that you're breathing. As you breathe into your belly, send the air in between each vertebra in your spine all the way down into your hips. As you exhale, maybe your chest melts a little further, maybe your arms reach out a little farther. Continue to breathe, creating a space, and then surrendering on the exhale. On your inhale, walking your hands back to center, place your hands right behind your hips, fingertips pointing towards the top of your mat. Drawing your shoulders down and back, lift your chest up and lean back. Drawing your shoulders back. Chin can stay neutral or maybe point it towards the ceiling. Try to push the floor away with your hands and see if you get a stretch in your arms and your wrists. As you're pushing the floor away, think of your chest being pulled up. So your back is arching forward. Remembering that your breath is all the way down in your belly. And then as you exhale, let it all out. Inhale, bring your chin back to your chest. Uncrossing your legs and taking the opposite cross. Leg that was in the back comes in the front. Resituate if necessary. And then inhale your arms all the way back up. Exhale, float down to the floor. Once again, finding your surrendered space. Going only as far as your body wants you to right now. And then returning to your belly breathing. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Let your next inhale walk your hands back towards your seat, placing the hands behind the hips. Once again, fingers towards the front. Shoulders down and back, lift up through your chest. Push the floor away through your hands. Chin can stay neutral, or you can look up. Depending on how your neck feels, go ahead and pick a position that feels nice. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. On your next inhale, bring your chin back to your chest, walking your hands forward. Go ahead and place your hands on your knees. We'll do some seated cat-cows today. So on your inhale, you're going to push your belly forward, drawing your shoulders back. So holding on to your knees. Then as you exhale, you're going to round your spine, tuck your chin, look at your belly button. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale, round your back. So I'll turn sideways just so you can see. Inhale. Exhale. Take a couple more rounds of breath on your own pace. Finishing up one more round wherever you're at. Coming back into seated position. Hands can stay on your knees. We're going to do some body circles. So we'll go ahead and lean to the right, come forward. Keep both sits bones rooted on the floor, but try to go as wide as you can on your body rolling. Remembering to breathe into your belly. And then exhale all the air out. Let's take the opposite direction, go the other way. Very important to keep both sides even so that we can maintain more balance than what we're used to. Balance typically is a goal for many people. So if you only do one side, you're going to throw yourself way, way off. So do keep both sides even. And on your inhale, bring yourself right back up to seated. Placing your left hand down at your side. Let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Let's start opening up our neck. You can reach your hand out a little further. Maybe you lift your arm up. See how the stretch changes depending on where your arm or your hand is. So maybe you just kind of play with it and see what starts happening down your arm and your neck. Maybe you tip your chin up, looking towards the ceiling. Maybe you tip your chin down, looking towards the floor. See how that changes your stretch. Let yourself be a little playful tonight. And playful in the sense of becoming the explorer of your body. One of the things I love about seated warm-ups specifically is a lot of times we feel muscles where we're like, I did not even know that one was there. How in the world did I not ever stretch that? If you'd like, you can also place your right hand on your left ear and put a little pressure on the top of your head, drawing your ear closer to your shoulder. And remember, as you're still breathing into your belly, with every inhale, you're creating length and you're creating space and you're making more room in your neck muscles. And then when you exhale, your body actually hits a space of surrender where it lets go and you can get a little bit deeper into this version of the stretch. So let your inhales create space and let your exhales surrender you just a little deeper. Being mindful not to push yourself so far that you create an injury. Let your breath guide you only to the edge that you feel comfortable with. It's good to challenge our edge, but we don't always have to go way past it. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Right hand comes to the floor. Left hand can come to your knee. Let your left ear come to your left shoulder now. Taking a couple breaths in and out. Going back to your intention of what brings you to practice tonight. Filling up with lots and lots of air all the way down into your belly. Exhaling, letting it all out. Nice and smooth, slow inhales and exhales here. Again, remember, move your hand up and down and see where that changes your stretch. Maybe it's not fun at all. Maybe it feels so delicious. I have no idea. I know this is quite painful for me, so even though I have a smile on my face, just know I'm feeling it. Go ahead and tip your chin up towards the ceiling. Draw your gaze down towards the floor. See how that changes the stretch in your neck muscles. Remembering to breathe into your belly. Exhaling, breathing out. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Notice any range of motion that you've been able to pick up with your breathing. If you'd like, you can go ahead and place your left hand on your right ear now. Applying a gentle pressure, bringing your ear closer to your shoulder. Finding that space that feels oh so good or oh very tender, but we can handle it with our breath. On your inhale, bring your head back to center. Hands can come to your knees. We'll take a couple gentle full neck rolls. If you have any neck issues, maybe don't go all the way back, just go back and forth. Otherwise, on your inhale, right ear comes to your right shoulder. On your exhale, chin comes down to your chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, coming back around or going back down center. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. So take a couple more rounds on your breath. If there's any spot that feels particularly awesome, go ahead and stay there and breathe right into it. Let yourself create the space that you need if it's asking for your attention. Taking one more full breath in and out, or completing your circle on your inhale, coming back to center. And opposite direction. Left ear to left shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale, right shoulder. Exhale back. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale. Exhale. One more full circle. Letting your inhale bring you right back to neutral. Maybe feeling a little bit looser in your neck already. Just kind of see how that feels. Maybe a little bit more range of motion. Maybe just pain. I don't know. Only you do. Still from our seat here, bring your right arm up and over your chest. Taking your left arm, grab your elbow and reach your left hand towards your left shoulder. Stretching your right arm out to your left hand side. Just do a gentle stretch here. We're going to start opening our shoulders up here because we're going to do some other stretches to get other parts of the shoulder muscles warm, active, engaged, and stretched out tonight. As you inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Two more breaths in and out. Keeping a long, smooth inhale and a long, smooth exhale. Releasing both arms down. Left arm reaches across the right shoulder. Right hand comes up to grab the elbow, and your right hand can touch your right shoulder or come close. Reaching your left arm all the way out as far as you can go. Find your belly breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. One more inhale, one more exhale. Releasing both arms, moving a little bit into our wrists. Go ahead and take some wrist circles here. Big circles with the wrists. My wrists are crack-a-lacking like Rice Krispies right now. Opposite direction, go the other way. Placing your right arm out in front of you, fingers pointing up towards the sky. Take your left hand and draw your right fingers back towards your face. Keeping your arm straight, but maybe a slight bend in your elbow, just to not create any injury or strain. But you want to keep your arm fairly straight so that you're getting a stretch all the way on the bottom side of your forearm here. If you put too much of a bend in, you'll kind of lose that stretch a little bit. So go ahead and play with it because only you know your body. Breathing in and out into your belly. One more in, one more out. Pointing your fingers down towards the floor. Now draw your fingers back towards your belly button. Creating a stretch on the top side of our forearm this time. So good. Inhale to exhale. Switching arms. Left arm comes out, fingers pointing straight up. Right arm draws fingers back towards your face. Fairly straight arm here. In and out. Fingers pointing down towards the floor. Drawing left fingertips towards your belly button. Feeling the stretch on the top of the forearm now. All right. Let's go ahead, walk your hands out in front of you, come into a tabletop, all fours. If you have your chair accessible, I'm going to have you go ahead and grab that now. We're going to do a little bit of our work from either a chair, or you can also use a flat spot on the wall. If you do not have either one of these available, no problem. We can also do this from the floor. So I'll demonstrate all of them just so that you have a visual. So starting out, bring your knees underneath your hips. And with the seat of your chair, you're going to walk your hands all the way towards the back of the chair. Let your elbows rest on the seat. And try to bring your head in between your biceps. And then let your chest melt towards the floor. So your tailbone will start drawing up, belly falling, kind of like on a cow, like cat-cow pose. Belly is going to drop towards the floor. See if your head can fall further towards the floor, in between your arms. So you can do this here on the chair. You can also do it from the wall. So you would be standing, or you can be on your knees if you have a cushion under your knees. And you'll just place your hands on the wall. And then that same thing. So this was the wall. Or if you're on the floor, because you don't have either one, walk your hands out in front, puppy pose. So this is actually the pose that we're working into. This is a modified version that is really great for helping you open up, especially if you're starting out. Sometimes some of the poses can be pretty intense. So when we use props, we're able to let ourselves sink in a little differently. So as you're inhaling, breathe into your belly. And as you exhale, release and surrender. Let's do 3 more breaths. Continue to let your shoulders kind of melt open. Notice where they're feeling pretty sticky. If it at any point in time becomes too much, you can always take child's pose and just rest. As you inhale, we'll come out of this for a beat. We're going to take it a little further. This time, hands are going to clasp together. Bring your elbows about shoulder distance apart. And draw your hands, your fists towards the ceiling. You might need to walk your feet back a little bit if you're doing this on the chair. If you're doing this on the wall, too, similar thing. Your hands are going to be face onto the wall, arms extended up rather than clasped. From here, let your head come through your arms once again. And we'll start opening up in through our lat muscles. Maybe you move your hips side to side, opening up into the side body a little bit as you're into the lats. Breathing into your belly, in and out. If you'd like to move your fists closer to your shoulder blades, maybe you draw your hands to reach just behind your neck. See how that changes the stretch. As you inhale, you're creating space, and as you exhale, you're surrendering into the pose. One more inhale, one more exhale. Bringing the hands back down to the chair, walk yourself back up. Letting your arm come to the side of the chair, grab onto the back or the armrest or whatever you can. And from here, we're going to just start turning our body towards the left-hand side. So we'll open up our chest. If you were doing this on the wall, you would be standing next to the wall, putting your arm on the wall, and then letting the wall hold your entire arm. So in this case, we're just using the chair. If you are doing this from the floor, it's going to look more like this. Arms stretched out, rolling over your right side body. So again, we're doing similar things to what we would normally do on the floor in a yoga practice, but we're just using a different prop for some variety this evening. Open up your chest, lift your chest here, and then turn your left shoulder open. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing deep into your belly. Two more inhales, two more exhales. And on your next inhale, slowly start to unwind. Take it to the opposite side. Go ahead and grab the back of your chair or the armrest. Place yourself up against the wall, and we're going to turn our whole body to the right-hand side, drawing your shoulder open and down as we shine our chest out to the right-hand side. So really feel your pectoral muscles opening up here. As you inhale, let your belly rise. So no matter whether you're doing this on the wall, on the floor, using the chair, you're still going to be getting a stretch right here in this area. It'll just depend on the depth. The position of our body is going to affect the gravity, the levers, the things that happen to get us further into our poses. So right now, whichever variation you're doing is awesome. But it's all the same. One more in, one more out. Unwinding, bringing yourself back to center. Coming into all fours. We'll do a little bit of needle here. Placing your left arm down in front, reach your right arm out to the side and up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left, bringing the right shoulder to the ground. Option to extend your left hand out and turn both shoulders parallel to the floor, placing your head down on the mat. Or you can bring your left hand up to the ceiling and open up your chest. I'll give you a different stretch in your shoulder, so you can pick which one feels good. Maybe you keep your left hand right underneath your shoulder, and this feels like plenty for today. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. One more in, one more out. Wherever your left hand is, draw it back underneath your left shoulder, pushing yourself up, unwind, coming into all fours. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, sweep open towards the ceiling. Exhale, left arm underneath the right, bringing left shoulder down to the floor. Option to bring your right arm straight out stretch, turning both shoulders parallel to the floor. If you'd like a different stretch, right arm can reach up towards the ceiling. Or if you feel comfortable right here, leave your right hand right underneath your shoulder and return to your belly breathing, connecting back to your intention. One more breath in, one more breath out. Walking your right hand back underneath your shoulder if it's not already there. Inhale to unwind, coming into all fours. Allow yourself to come all the way down, belly on the floor. So walk out a little ways if you need to. Crossing here, left arm underneath, right arm in front. Imagine your arms are being pulled in opposite directions, and then just let yourself melt your chest to the floor, letting your chin rest on the top of your right bicep. Inhaling all of your air into your belly, sending it to your shoulders, especially if this is feeling a little intense. On your inhales, let your belly rise you up, and as you exhale, maybe your hands reach just a little tiny bit further. Let yourself make very small adjustments if it's available to you. If you are already at your max, just keep breathing right where you are. That's perfect. One more in, one more out. Allowing yourself to slowly unwind. Now our left arm is coming in front, right arm underneath. As you exhale, both hands being pulled in opposite directions. So I'm going to keep both sides even here. Inhale, lengthen in both directions. Exhale, melt your chest to the floor, letting your chin come to your left bicep. Woo! Returning to your slow, smooth inhales and your slow, smooth exhales. Pausing the mind, staying in the now moment. One more inhale, one more exhale. On your inhale, begin to unwind your arms, pushing yourself up. Let's take a Sphinx pose really quick here. Putting your shoulders right under, putting your elbows right underneath your shoulders, Place your hands flat on the floor. Straight out in front of your elbows, almost as if you were holding like a book or a block in between your thumbs and your forefingers. Spreading your fingers wide. Draw your shoulders down and back. Lift your chest up here and look straight ahead. This is actually strengthening a little bit of our backside, lower back a little bit. Feeling some strength, pushing the floor away with our forearms. Breathe into your belly here. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, push yourself back into a child's pose. You can keep your knees together. If you'd like to work on opening up your lower back, giving it a deeper stretch, sending your tailbone towards your heels. If you want to work a little bit more into your hips, go ahead and bring your knees to the outside edges of the mat, sinking your tailbone towards your heels. We'll take a couple breaths right here just to rest. On your next inhale, whether your knees are wide or together, place your forehead on the mat, bringing your hands behind your tailbone, interlace your fingers, push your hands down, away, and lift your arms up towards the ceiling to the best of your ability. So maybe step one is you're just working on seeing if you can get your hands behind your back and clasp them. If that's okay for you and it's feeling pretty good, reach your hands down towards your tailbone. If that's feeling okay, rise your palms and your hands all the way up towards the ceiling. And if that's feeling okay, let your hands come out over your head towards the top of the mat.
So wherever you are, allow yourself to just breathe, being in any variation. Maybe your variation, your hands are on the floor, palms facing up, hanging out, and right here feels good. So no matter which level you're at in your body today, you're right where you need to be. You pick where you want to go. One more inhale, one more exhale. Letting the hands come back down towards the floor, unclasping the hands. Bringing yourself to come back up, placing hands underneath the shoulders. Okay, bring yourself to a seat, stretching your legs out long in front. Roll your spine down onto the mat. If you have that chair, the furniture, anything that's nearby, we're going to elevate our feet for just a few minutes here. So, chair will work really nice here. Go ahead and bring your feet up onto the seat, bringing your knees into the 90-degree bend. Spine fully elongated. Arms can be down at your side, palms facing up. And as you inhale, fill up with as much air as you can. Sending your body in both directions, really wide, really long, horizontally and vertically. And as you exhale, let your spine get really heavy on the mat as you just sink in. Inhale, fill all the way up in all directions. Maybe a little bit more. And as you exhale, let it out. Sinking a little bit deeper. Let's take 4 more inhales and 4 more exhales, letting our exhales be a nice cleansing breath with an audible HA or a nice big sigh. You can scream if you want to. I don't really care. Whatever you want. Just let yourself release, let go. Every release, get heavier. So you can stay right here if you would like. You can also maybe stretch your feet up. A variation of legs up the wall. If you have a wall, maybe you want to just put your legs up the wall. But you can stay right here and just be comfortable and resting. If you want to elevate your feet a little bit more, feel free to do so. We're here for 2 more breaths in and out. Make them long and smooth. Extra credit if you get a little bit more air than you think you can. One more in, 1 more out. From here, go ahead and push yourself back onto your mat, away from the chair. Wiggling and scooting up towards the top of your mat. Heels coming wide to both corners of the mat. Setting up for our final Shavasana for the evening. Let your legs be heavy as they're long. Let your hips sink into the mat. Letting your upper body and your hands and your arms and your neck release any tension that may still be there. We did quite a bit of work today on our upper body. So let yourself just be fully supported by the floor. Allow your eyes to fall to a close. Letting your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, maybe gently parting your lips. Beginning to relax your eyebrow muscles, your cheekbones, your jaw, coming into a full state of relaxation. Shake or wiggle anything else out that might still be hanging on. Allowing your belly to rise and fall as you sink deeper into your restful space. We'll spend the next couple minutes in Shavasana giving our body a true rest from all of the work we just did. Allow your mind to push pause on any thoughts that want to come in and invade your rest, keeping the distractions away for just a few minutes. Great time to watch your breath coming into your body, exhaling. No thought required, just watch and observe. The sound of my voice will bring us out of Shavasana to close out our practice together, so find yourself in a true surrendered, restful space with your breath and your body. Begin to deepen your breath into your belly, letting it rise and fall. Sending some movement into your fingertips and your toes. Begin to wake your body slowly and gently. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, feet long below. Take a full body stretch. When you're ready, draw your knees up towards your chest, rolling to one side or the other. Allowing your ear to come to your arm like a pillow. Pause in fetal position, allowing yourself to integrate your practice into your body. Taking note of any lessons you learned about yourself, any
areas you created space, anything you let go of, what your intention is. When you're ready, you can push yourself back up into seated, bringing hands to heart center. Eyes can stay closed. My friends, let your practice be a reflection of what's happening out in your life so that what you practice here, you can also walk every day. The same space, the yoga bliss that you feel when you're on your mat, take it with you in your daily routines, your daily life, your daily tasks. Your breath can anchor you, your intention can anchor you. Keep both sides even. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me tonight, friends. The love and the light in me honors each and every single one of you. Namaste. All right. Hello, hello. Hi, Patrick. Glad you could make it. Whoa, my headband fell off. Oh my goodness. Hi. All right, friends, take your time coming up off of your mat out of your yoga practice. As always, I like to give you a few minutes to add anything into the comments that you'd like. You can share your intention. You can share a word of how you're feeling. If you'd like to let me know if anything came up for you in your practice, I'm happy to talk about anything like that. And now is the time where I let you know if you have to go, you absolutely are welcome. And I'm so glad you're able to be here tonight to take some time for yourself and practice. And our next class, more importantly, is going to be on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific. I'm always doing the math. I should just write it down and have it in front of me. So 8 a.m. Central Time on Saturday, we will be doing some chair yoga. I'm really enjoying offering chair yoga for people just as a variety. A lot of us are sitting right now due to our staying at homeness and working from home and all of that. So it's a great way to have ideas on how you can be stretching every time you're sitting. And it's also really, really wonderful for anyone who has limitations in their body, any injuries, and things that allow them to not be able to exercise and move the way that they want to be. So if you've never checked it out, absolutely come try it out. Maybe catch the replay if you can't make it at that time. And do feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or comments about your practice. Okay, I will see you guys on Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and have a wonderful evening.